constantly evolving, constantly changing. Um, yeah, I mean it's just a natural progression for us, I think.
What prompted your change from Victory to Hollywood Records?
It was pretty much just the next logical thing to do. Our time with Victory was up. We finished our contract, so it was just the next. It made sense.
Like a self-promotion?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, we did what we could do with Victory, and then it was just the next natural thing to do.
What makes an ideal crowd and inspires you to put on a great performance?
Enthusiasm. There's nothing worse than playing to a bunch of blank faces. So yeah, I mean, if the crowd's feeding off of it, we feed off of that, and then it's a give and take thing constantly. I mean, you hear that millions of times from fans, but it's true. It's definitely a give and take kind of thing. Sorry, I have like a cough.
Oh, that's okay.
Miserable right now.
Does it bother you to hear criticism from your fans and others who are unwilling to embrace the personal choices you make with your music? Like on the new album, a lot of people.
There's going to be critics no matter what you do. So, I mean, it's nothing new to us. If it's great if people like it. If they don't like it, oh well. I mean, it's not going to stop us from doing what we want to do. And, at the end of the day, the only people that tell us what to do with our band is the five of us.
That's good.
Yeah, so, I mean, criticism is always good. I mean, you can learn from it, but then again, you can't take it too, not seriously, but you can't take it completely to heart all the time, otherwise you're just going to get really bummed out and over-analytical and, just be miserable. Yeah.
How's playing in the OC different from playing anywhere else, since that's where you came from?
Yeah. Orange County is, I mean, for us, it's just a feeling of home, like obviously because we're from there. And we don't get that anywhere else. I mean, there's places that we consider like a second home, like as cheesy as it sounds, like Florida for us is always good. We've never had really a bad show in Florida. But yeah, for the most part, Orange County is it's a big feeling of being at home, which is always nice.
That's cool. What's the most stressful part of writing and recording, and how do you release the tension that comes from it?
Probably the most stressful thing is overanalyzing everything. For me, anyway. Like, I'm always, is this good enough? Does it suck? Do I like it? Am I gonna, lay this track down? Am I gonna hate it a week from now, or a year from now, or 5 years from now? And then you just drive yourself crazy. So you kind of have to just let go and just, kind of go with the flow.
What's the most mind-blowingly insane thing that has ever happened on any tour throughout your career?
For me, it'd be playing with a lot of bands that I grew up listening to. Like Sepultura is one of my favorite bands ever. My first time over in Europe, we toured with them. And it was only for like a week and a half, but like I was like just grabbing for stuff to say to them because I was so starstruck. Dude, I've been listening to you since I was 14. And we did Taste of Chaos, and the Deftones were headlining that, and that's a band that I've loved for years too. So yeah, I mean, just the fact that like I've met a few of my heroes is awesome.
What's the one thing you can't live without on the road?
The cell phone. Alcohol too.
Not a good combination.
Yeah. Drunk dialing. That does happen a lot. Yeah, I would say cell phone because I mean we all, have friends and family back home. So obviously communicating with them is a big part of keeping yourself sane on the road.
Your vocals and music often switch from tense and screaming to more smooth and melodic within one song. What part of that comes first, the vocal style or the musical style?
Well, the music, I'd say about 99% of the time is written first, and then the vocals are written accordingly. But that's, um, it just depends on the song itself, what we feel it calls for, whether it's a screaming part or a melodic part, or somewhere in between. It all just kind of, I think the vocals kind of cater to the song.
How have your past influenced the music? And does the new album symbolize anything in your past, like an acceptance of it?
I think it's just the new record is just like showing us where we're at right now. I think every record is a representation of that. So yeah, I mean, we're not obviously not the same five guys from Orange County as we were 5 years ago. Um, I'm not. I have a lot more gray hair now. And I think Dan might have grown a couple inches. But
Not kidding ourselves.
but yeah, I mean, it's just, each record is just a representation of how we've grown and where we're